Good afternoon. I think I'm online now. I hope you can all see me and hear me okay. I hope you can also see my screen. I think you can. Yes, it seems like you can. Okay. So good afternoon. Thank you for attending this Q&A session. So my name is Gabrielle. I'm a Predictable project manager. And so today I will be answering your most commonly asked questions. So thank you to those who took some time to ask me the questions. I have gathered them in this quick presentation. I also took some of the questions that I received, that we received on support@therapy-box.co.uk. And so I'll try to answer as much as I can. So let's start with the first one. So one of the most commonly asked questions that we receive is how to edit categories and phrases in Predictable. So I have here an iPad with me with a Predictable on it. It is plugged to the computer so that I can show you my screen. I hope you can see it. There might be a chat with this tool, so if you can't see it, just let me know in the chat. I think you can. Okay, so that's Predictable, as you can recognize. So that's the main screen. So in order to edit your phrases and categories, you first need to go to the phrase bank. The phrase bank in Predictable 6 is located right here. So it's this blue key in the keyboard, just under the delete last letter. So this one with the 3 lines. So I'm going to select this key. And now I am in the phrase bank mode. So my highlighted category is favorite. So that's my first category that appears in my phrase bank. You can see that this content, by the way, is the same as this one. So these are all the most commonly used phrases or words. And so you have them here so that you can easily access them. And so then you can just scroll across the different categories. So these are all the default categories that you have on Predictable. So that's my account. I just reset the categories and phrases to default. So there's nothing new. These are only the default ones. So if I want to edit my default categories and phrases, I first need to select the edit button, which is here on the right side on the screen. It's the pencil with the 4 little lines like this. So right here, just above the grid view. So I'm going to select this. And now I am in the edit mode. So from here, I can either select one of my phrases. So let's say help. And now I can edit my phrase called help. So my spoken phrase, I want to change my spoken phrase. At the moment, so every time that I will select this phrase help, the spoken phrase will be help. But I want it to speak help me please. Help me please. So I'm just changing the spoken phrase. I want to keep the display phrase so that it's not too long in my phrase bank view. You can see, you will see very soon that you can now change the category as well. So at the moment, I want to stay in favorite, but we just entered a new entry in which you can choose your category. So this is coming very soon. That's normal if you can't see this category. But now, if you want to add a sound, let's say, to this phrase, you can just select this sound button. And I want to attach a new recording because none of the recordings that I have here are really relevant for this phrase. So I'm selecting new recording. And now I'm going to select this record button. I just need to allow the access. So yes, just give the permission to Predictable to use my device microphone. So I'm selecting OK. Help me, please. And that's it. I'm just naming my my recording. I can also listen to it if I want to. And I can save it by selecting this top right button. So this tick, this save button. And so now it's saving. I'm saving the whole changes. Oh, actually, I'm going to change the icon. So I'm going to select this button, change icon. And so from here, I can either choose among the different default icons that we offer. You can search for one now because we have so many icons that we decided to implement a search bar. I don't know if you saw that. And I want to select this icon instead. Now that I selected my new icon, I'm going to select this back button in the top left corner of the screen. And I'm going to save my changes by selecting this save button in the top right corner of the screen. And that's it. And so now you can see my help phrase. So the icon got replaced by the new icon that I selected. And now if I select help, it should write help me please. So that's how you edit an existing phrase in Predictable. If you want to edit a phrase in another category, you first need to select the right category. Now let's see how to add a new phrase. So to add a new phrase, so I'm in home in my home category. I want to add a new phrase, which is I want to read a book. So I'm going to select this edit button again. So remember, just above the grid view. Now I'm going to select the add phrase button right here. And so now, so as you can see, the help me please is here because in my message window, this phrase is typed. So that's something that you should know, by the way. Every time that you type a new message using the keyboard, if you select add phrase, it will add the phrase that you already typed within your new phrase, so that you don't have to retype it again. But I don't want to enter this new phrase because I already have it in another category. I want to add a new phrase, so from scratch. So I'm going to select the edit button again. I'm going to select this gray button called add phrase. And I'm going to select the spoken phrase. So I want to read my book. For the display phrase, I'm going to select I want to read. In the category home, then I want to select the sound. I want to read my book. I'm going to name my audio file. And I'm going to save it. So the process is basically, it's almost the same as you can see. Now I'm going to add an icon. I'm going to select book. Why not this one? I'm selecting the back button again. And I'm selecting the save button. So again, in the top right corner of the screen. And so now when I select my new phrase displayed as I want to read, it writes, I want to read my book. So that's how you add a new phrase. Now, if you want to, let's say, delete a category, I'm going to select the edit button to enter the edit mode. Up. And now I'm going to select this delete button. So just under the green button, you know, like the edit button, which is green, I'm going to select this bin button. And from here, I can select, let's say I don't want to use a universal core. So I'm going to select universal core. And I'm going to confirm by selecting this green button. I need to confirm one last time. And that's it. Something that you might need to know is that you can't delete a category in which you are currently in, if that makes sense. As you can see, right now I'm in favorite category. I can't delete my favorite category, as you can see. So when I type it, when I tap on favorite, it says, sorry, the currently active category cannot be deleted. Try editing it instead. So if I want to delete favorite, I will need to go to another category in order to do so. So that's how you delete a category. To delete a phrase is the same process. So you select the edit button, then you select the bin button again, so just under the edit button. And now I want to delete what have you been up to, what's new, and good to see you. So I selected these 3 phrases that are highlighted in red to say that I'm going to delete them. And now I'm going to confirm by selecting this green confirm button. Up. And that's it. One last thing that you can do from here is to reorder your phrases. So if you want the phrase help to be displayed as the first one, let's say, you first need to select the edit button as usual. So always when you need to edit a phrase or a category, you start by selecting the edit button. So now I'm in edit mode, so I can do whatever I want. And so I'm going to select this 1-2 button, which is the reorder button, so in the bottom right corner of the screen. And now I'm going to select in a sequential order the phrases that I want to see first. So I want to see help as my first displayed phrase. Then I want please, and then I want thank you, I want no, and yes. Then I just need to confirm, and that's it. So now I have my first displayed phrase. It's help, same as this one, as you can see. And that's it. So that's how to edit phrases and categories from the app. I think I'm trying to see if there are some questions. So I can see one question. I will answer the questions just at the end of the presentation if that works. And this, I'm not sure what that means. Okay. So that's how to edit a phrase or category from the app. Now, if I go to the second most commonly asked questions, it's how to edit categories and phrases from the web platform. So you might know or not that Predictable comes with a web platform. So I'm going to show you now. So that's the web platform. Let me see if I think I have it here. Okay. Here, so that's the web platform. So the web platform is predictable.therapy-box.co.uk /sign in or /phrasebank because I'm already signed in. I'm going to sign out, sorry. And so that's the login page. you can find a sign-in button on our website to sign in to the web platform. So you only need to click on sign in from our website, and then you can just enter your predictable login details and login. So that's the web view of my predictable account. So if I go to favorites, you can see help me please. That's the phrase that we edited together with the new icon. I can listen to my audio if I want to. Yes, and so you can see the order is the same as when I wanted to. So yeah, so all of these like expandable folders are my categories. So you can recognize I have favorite, chat, questions, etc. So these are the same as the ones I have in my predictable app. If I want, let's say, to create a new category, I want to have something called urgent for urgent needs. So as you can see, I just tap on the title of the category, and then I can just edit it. I want it to be called urgent. Then I'm going to select this image icon because I want to add an icon. So I can either choose among the different predictable icons, or I can also choose something from my laptop. But I don't think I have much interesting images. So I'm just going to select something from predictable library. But I want something different, this one, up, to show that it's really urgent. So that's my new category. And now I'm going to add a new phrase. So I just clicked on this add phrase button. Now I'm going to change the spoken phrase of this phrase. And I'm going to say, I need urgent help. The display phrase will be urgent help. And then I'm going again to select any icon and any audio. So either the ones that I have, you can see that help me please, the one that we recorded together from the app, is right here. Same as I want to read something, sorry. And then I have all the default ones. But actually for this one, I don't need any sound because I want the device to speak for me. So I need urgent help. What else can we have? I don't know. I'm cold. That's an urgent need. I'm cold. Up. And I'm going to change the display phrase by cold. I'm going to attach another image. You don't have to attach an image, by the way. It's up to you. Up. And that's it. So now I have one new category called urgent with two phrases in it. So I'm happy with that, but I want my urgent category to be displayed after favorite. So what I can do is I can select this folder, holding it, and then dragging it across. I want it to be between favorite and chat. Yep. And then I want help to be just before favorite. So that's my new order. Then I want home to be also before chat because I don't use chat so often. And that's it. So now let's see in the app if the changes are made. Yes, so I can see help is my first category, so it got reordered well. Then I have favorite, and then I can see urgent, so my new category with the two phrases that I just created from the web platform. And that's it. So home before chat. So yes, all the changes got synced. So that is how you edit your phrase bank from the web platform. Something that you can also do, if you're a speech and language therapist, for instance, so you created this category called urgent, and you want your two patients to have this urgent phrase on their predictable account. So I'm going to download this new category. So you see it created a zip file, and so then you can upload this zip file from here. And after that, once you uploaded your zip file, you can then merge them to your predictable account. So to merge it, so I'm going to merge this one. So let's see, up, urgent. I'm going to merge these two files, these two phrases, to my urgent category in my predictable account. So I select them, and then I just need to merge them. So merge, it means that basically they just get merged with my predictable phrases. So now if I go to phrase bank, I should see my two new phrases in urgent category, and here they are. So that's how you download, upload new phrases to draft phrases, and yeah, reorder phrases, create a new category, create new phrases, etc. Then if I go to audio, so these are all the audio files that I have on my predictable account. So from the app, this page is this page. So that's all my audio files that I can see here. So let's say you want to import new audio files and then attach them to your predictable phrases. You can do so. So if you select import audio, you can then, select anything. So I'm going to select these 4 items, these 4 audio files, and to upload them to my predictable account. So that's it. That's how you import audio files. And so then you can, I'm going to show you. So here, can you help me move? Okay, so that's a new one. So in the app, we're going to create a new phrase called can you help me move? And we are going to attach this audio file to this phrase. So, okay, so in urgent, I'm selecting the edit button, add phrase. Could you help me move? Help me move. I'm selecting a sound, and now I'm going to select the sound. Can you, oops, sorry about that, didn't work that time. So if I go to urgent, let's do it again, add phrase. Could you help me move? Help me move. It should work. And that's it. So now I have help me move with the recording help me move attached to it. So that's how you import audio. And then if you want to import your own photo to Predictable as well, that's something that you can do. So it's the same process. You just import photos. I don't have much photo. I can import the logo of Predictable English. So to my Predictable account, so that I can just attach it to any of my phrases. So that answers the second question, how to edit categories and phrases from the web platform. So now, how to download my Acapela Model Talker voice. So if you bank your voice with Acapela or Model Talker, who are two external companies that provide the digital version of your own voice, you can then download the voice within Predictable and use it to speak. So how to do so? It's pretty straightforward, really. So if you're on Predictable, you just need to open the settings and then go to speech. So this second section, and then depending. So if you banked it with Acapella, you select Acapella, and now you can just select your Acapella username and password, and then you just need to select download here. And so once it's download, you can just select the voice, and so every time that you type something and hit the speak button, your own Acapella voice or Model Talker voice will speak the message for you. Something that you might know is that you just need to make sure that you purchase the app before, so with either Acapella or Model Talker, so that you can use it in an assistive app such as Predictable. So that's how you download an Acapella Model Talker voice. Number 3, so I never received a verification email. What do I do? So that's something that sometimes happen because some email providers might be blocking emails coming from our email provider. So in that case, if that happens, so if you create an account and select the verification and didn't receive the verification email, so first thing to do is to check your junk mailbox. So some emails, they get automatically filtered, so some of them go into a specific folder, and some others don't. Then, sorry, I'm just reading your questions. I'll do that at the end of the presentation. Sorry. So yes, so if the verification email is not in your junk mailbox, that's perfectly fine. You can just email us, so at support@therapy-box.co.uk. So I manage this email address, and I will just do it manually for you. So don't worry if it's the case. It's really not a big deal. It's just, yes, email providers. Yeah, it's an issue between the two email providers. And so that's something we don't really have any control on, I'm afraid. But that's something that I can do manually for you. So don't hesitate to contact me. The next question is, can I use Predictable on multiple devices? So yes, you can. As we saw previously, so I was using Predictable on the web platform and as well on this iPad. So the content of my Predictable account gets synced automatically when I am connected to the internet. So if I have an iPhone here with Predictable on it, I'm connected to my Predictable account on both my iPad and my iPhone, and I have the exact same content. The only thing that you need to do in order to have Predictable on your both devices, if you don't want to purchase Predictable twice, you just need to go to the iPad settings. So let me show that. Oh, sorry, I just got a message from. Oops. Sorry, I think you can't see me anymore. And now I'm back. Sorry about that. I think I'm not super used to this tool. Okay, so let me show you how to connect your secondary device to the same Apple ID, so that you don't have to to purchase Predictable twice. So you need to go to the iPad or the iPhone settings, so right here. And then you just need to go to your Apple ID. So that's just the name and surname here. So that's my work iPad. So that's not my name. That's my manager's name. And then you just need to sign out, or just make sure that this Apple ID, so this email address, is the same as the one that you have on your secondary device. If it's not the case, you just need to sign out by selecting this button, and then sign in to the same Apple ID as the one that purchased Predictable. So, okay, so that answers the fourth question. Now, the fifth one, how do I save the changes that I made in Predictable? So you don't need to create any backups. Yeah, no, nothing like this really needed. The only thing that you need to do is to connect to the Wi-Fi regularly. So if you created a phrase while you were offline, it won't be saved in the cloud until you connect to the internet. But as soon as the device gets connected to the internet, it syncs, which means that it just send this new phrase to the cloud so that we can retrieve it, or you can retrieve it from a secondary device, or if you break your iPad from your new device. So that's how you save the changes in Predictable. The changes, by the way, sorry, it's any new phrase, new category, new recordings. Every time that you adjust a setting, so I don't know if you change the color of the keyboard, that's a change as well that can be synced with the backend. So that's how you save changes that you made in Predictable. Then, do you offer a free trial, and how do I access it? Of course we do. We know that these kind of apps, they need to fit with the user's need, and each person has specific needs. So obviously we offer a two-week free trial at the moment. How do I access it? So you just need, again, to send a message, a trial request to support@therapy-box.co.uk. And so then we will just give you access to the free trial. So I think we just need your email address to do so. And so then you can trial the app for 2 weeks before making the decision of purchasing it or not. So that's how you can have access to a free trial. So we are currently thinking of offering a free trial to any new user in the future. And on any platform, because at the moment we only offer a free trial on iOS devices because that's what we can technically do. So we are currently limited to iOS devices, but in the future we want to offer that on Android devices as well. So we will, yes, we are working on this. I know it's not the best option, but that's why we know that there is a need to be fit here. So yes, in the future, everyone will have access to a free trial without having to email us. So you will just need to sign up for a Predictable account, and as soon as you signed up, your free trial just begins. So that's the question number 6. Then, is it possible to get Predictable with Kurdish and Arabic voices and keyboard? So yes, you might have received an email from us saying that there is a new very exciting feature coming, which is the multi-language capacity. I'm going to show you what is possible with this multi-language capacity. So I have the new version here, which is not perfect yet, so we are still testing it before we make it available to everyone. That's why there were a little bug earlier. But that's the latest version that we have. So I'm going to show you what is possible with this new multi-language capacity. So if I go to the app settings here, and then multi-language. So from here, I have a tutorial. So just an embedded YouTube video if you need. And so how to set up your new language. So you just need to select your language. So I'm going to select French, up, and then I'm going to select a voice. So these are all the voices that Apple offers. So we are limited to Apple voices, unfortunately. I mean, that's already quite a wide range, as you can see. For the only for the French accent, for the French language, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 voices available. I'm going to select Audrey Enhanced, and if I was Québécoise, I could just select Canada, and then I have 6 other voices available. So that's quite a lot actually. So that's how I select my voice for my secondary language. Then, as the French is a language that is currently supported by Predictable, so Predictable is currently available in 10 different languages. So French, English, Danish, Spanish, Finnish, Portuguese, etc., etc. For all of these languages that we already support, you have access to different keyboards. So the most commonly used keyboard in France is the AZERTY keyboard. So I'm going to select the AZERTY one. And then if I want, I can set my phrase bank. So I can replace my English phrase bank by the French one. I'm not going to do that because I created new phrases just a few minutes ago, and I don't want to lose these new phrases. So I'm not going to do that. But if you speak 2 languages, depending on the language that you use the most, you can have your phrase bank in either one of these two languages. But I want to keep it in English because I live in the UK, so I speak English more than I speak French. So I'm not going to replace my phrase bank. But basically, as soon as I set up my secondary language, I can set it as a feature key. So I'm going to select it here. So I'm going to show this multi-language feature key. And now I have it here. So that's the English QWERTY keyboard. And when I select here, it just switches to the AZERTY French keyboard. And it also switched the phrase. So when I'm in the French mode right now, if I speak something, you will hear the voice Audrey Enhanced that I selected for my secondary device, for my secondary language. So that's for the languages that are currently supported by Predictable. If you want to set up a secondary language, which is not currently supported by Predictable, such as Arabic or Chinese or Japanese or Polish or whatever, you can still do so. You just obviously have less options, but let's say if I want let's say the Japanese, I'm going to select Japanese. I'm going to select the voice that I have available. So these are the 3 voices that are downloaded on my device. I'm going to select this one. And then you can see that I don't have much keyboard options. I only have the native one. So if I go here, I just need then to select the Japanese keyboard, which is this one. And so now I can type in Japanese. So there are 2 things here that you need to know is how to download this native Japanese keyboard, and 2, how to download additional voices for the Japanese, additional Japanese voices, let's say. So for this, you need to go to your device settings. So I'm going to open this app. I'm going to search for VoiceOver. In VoiceOver, there is a section called Speech, and then there is a section called Voice. In here, you can see that I have different English voices with different accents. So I have the Australian accent, I have the Indian accent, I have the Irish accent, etc., etc. If you want to select another language, like voices for another language, you are going to add a new language. and I'm going to find the Japanese one, which is here. So I just added Japanese to my new language. I'm going in here, and from here I can download. You see all the voices that are not downloaded. So I have one more option here, and I have Kyoko enhanced as well. So you can see it's currently downloading, and as soon as it's downloaded, it will appear as a voice option in Predictable. So this is how to download an additional voices from your device settings. If you want to download the native Arabic keyboard, let's say, I'm going to search again here for keyboard. I'm going to select this second one, keyboards again. And now, so these are all the different keyboards that I have available on my app. So this list here is this list here. So they all appear when I tap and hold this globe button. And then I can drag and select the different one, the one that I want to use. I want to use the English one. And I want to add a new keyboard. So I'm going to select add new keyboard. And I'm going to select, then I just need to select what I have available here. So I'm going to select this Arabic keyboard, this one, and this one. Done. So now I have two additional keyboards right here. And so now if I want to select Predictable to set up my secondary language as Arabic, I select Arabic, then I select my voice, and then I can also replace my phrase bank. So I'm going to do that this time. So I'm going to enter to confirm by entering my password. And so now my phrase bank has been translated. So now if I go to my phrase bank, all my new phrases, all my phrase bank phrases are translated in Arabic. And if I want to type, I need to get the Arabic keyboard here. And so now I can type in Arabic. So I hope that answers the question number 7. So yes, all the voices and keyboards. So everything depends on what is available from the device settings. Now, big question: how to avoid updating Predictable? We know that Predictable 5 is really different from Predictable 6. And so that's a big change. We are aware of that. We did our best to communicate as much as we could about this upgrade. I think it's a big change, but we believe that it's a good change because Predictable 6 includes way more features, and the code is more stable as well. So there is less risk of, I don't know, app crashing or losing data or whatever. But how to avoid updating predictables if in the future you don't want to upgrade to update your app? That's something that is handled by the device. That's something that I would like to clarify today. We have no control on your device, so we don't force an app to update. We just cannot do that. Apple does. And so that's a setting on your device, not on your app, but on your device that you need to adjust. So I'm going to show you how to do so. So you need to again, so select this setting app, so the setting of your device, and then you can search for app update. So app updates. As soon as you are here, you need to make sure that this is not enabled. So if this is on, this means that all your apps get updated automatically. Every time that you connect to the internet, all the apps that you have on your device get updated automatically. If you don't want it to be the case, which I understand, because it's a change is different, it's difficult to handle, you need to have this setting off, the first one. So the automatic downloads apps, this one needs to be set up on off. So when this is off, all the app updates, I mean, if you want to update predictable 6 to, let's say, predictable 7, so this would be in a few years, I believe. If you want to do so, only you have the power to manually update an app. If this is on automatic, then the device will do that automatically for you. So I hope that answers the question. So how to avoid updating predictable? So we saw it's a setting from the device settings, and I think that answers the most commonly asked questions. So let me see now your questions that I have here. So the new icon for predictable confused me. Is now it now looks like the icon showing something is broken, so I stopped using the app. I'm really sorry that you don't like the new icon. We just changed it because, as I said, the icon is very different from. I mean, the app is really different from Predictable 5, and so we just want to make it clear to our users that Predictable 5 is very different. I'm sorry you don't like it. I will report that to our designer so that in the future we make sure our users test the different icons. But yes, thank you for your feedback. I take note of it. So hi, this Otto from Guatemala. Hi, I recognize you. So what are the differences from Windows, iOS, and Android versions? There are many differences. At the moment, Windows version, so the Windows version of Predictable is still the 5th version, so it's the red icon. So there is a lot of features that are not the same because it's completely it's a complete different code. So Windows is the most different one. Then we have Android, which is very similar. I'm going to show you actually all the settings that are not available on Android. So the account settings are obviously available on Android. If I go to speech, just so if you go, the device voices will be different, obviously, because this is an iOS device, so it's running on the iOS platform, and so iOS platform offers different voices. So you know, like Catherine, for example, won't be an option on the Samsung Tab, because on the Samsung tablet the voices will be provided by Samsung. Which is a different provider. So that's the first thing. Then Acapella Model Talker, we have everything. I would say like the big difference is the head tracking feature that allows you to control the app with your nose, I mean with your head, just by looking, just by pointing the keys with your nose. So this won't be available on Android, because for this feature we are using Apple technology, which is obviously not available on Samsung or Huawei or whatever. Then Scan and Track. So for Scan and Track we use the exact same technology. So Scan and Track, allows you to combine different access methods. So you can have the automatic scanning enabled with Blink. So I'm going to show you. So if I select Blink as a selector, so as you can see, the different, I'm going to go back to the version. as you can see, the different items get scanned. And so every time that something is selected, I can blink to select the different items, you see? So that's another feature that is not available on Android because we need the Apple camera to understand my face. I mean, to understand any human face, so 2 eyes, 1 nose, etc. So that won't be available on Android, as well as gesture speak, which allows you to attach a face gesture such as a smile, blink, frown, whatever, to a phrase or an action. So this feature won't be available on Android. The make phone call won't be available on Android either. The multi-language won't be available on Android either. I think these are the main features. So multi-language, make phone calls, gesture speak, head tracking, and scan and track. So these settings won't be available on Android. All the rest is available. I hope this answers your question, Otto. Let me know if it's not the case. Then my voice in Predictable has been like a Dalek since last update. So I think Lynn, you contacted us regarding the model talker issue that we had. This model talker issue has been fixed. I don't know if you updated the app, but there is a fix available for your model talker voice. So what you need to do to update Predictable, if it's not updated yet, you need to open the App Store here, the App Store app, and then you just need to search for Predictable like this. And then you just need to select this button with the cloud. So if you download the update and then re-download your model talker voice, then it should fix your issue. Let me know if it's not the case. Just send me an email. You have my email, I think, or if not, just send an email to support@therapy-box.co.uk. Again, this should be fixed, but please let me know if it's not the case, and I will let you know how to download it. So yes, we can even schedule a call if that helps. There is no problem. So that's for Lynn. Yes, I forgot to say it's my model talker voice. Yes, so Lynn, the model talker voice, I can confirm that the model talker voice issue is fixed. So yes, just follow the step that I just showed on screen. And if you need more help doing so, please let me know. And I'll make sure we do that together so that you have your voice sounding as it should. Then, Philippe, there are some names that I recognize here. I would like to have a similar keyboard in Predictable like you have, as shown at the beginning of the webinar. I'd like to add punctuation. I'm going to show you how to change your keyboard. I'm not sure why you can't. I mean, let me know if is this keyboard that you need to. Okay, I'm going to show you how to change your keyboard. So if you open the settings here, Philippe, so you select the setting button next to on the right side of your side of your screen. So this setting up, and then you select keyboard right here. Then you have different keyboards on screen. So the default one is QWERTY, but you can also have ABC, high frequency, or 10 key. 10 key, I'm going to show you, it's a bit special. 10 key is like this. If you are struggling to target smaller keys, you can have the 10 key keyboard so that it divides the journey in two steps. Up. That's the 10 key. And if you want the native keyboard, so the Apple keyboard, then you need to select native. So when native is selected and you go back to the gameplay, this keyboard is shown on screen. So that's the Apple keyboard. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. By the way, if you want to have any third-party keyboard in your Predictable app, you can, let's say, download a Gboard. I think it's Gboard is Google keyboard that I have here. So this keyboard is, I mean, there are different keyboards that you can use. So custom color keyboards, Microsoft SwiftKey keyboard. So all these different keyboards can be used within Predictable. I think there is one accessible one called Keeble. Keeble, yes, Keeble accessible keyboard by Assistiveware. So if I download Keeble, where is it? Here, it's downloading. I'll show you how to set up a third-party keyboard within in your device, so that you can use it within Predictable. So if you select Keeble, so they let you know. So follow the steps below to add keyboard to your device. So you just need to select the device settings, and then keyboard. And now you can add a new keyboard. I think it's like this. Okay. So here I have the list of the third-party keyboards that I have on my device. So I have Keeble and Gboard. So I'm going to select Keeble. Oh, by the way, Keeble is available in different languages. I'm going to select the Norwegian and the French one. Up. And now I'm going to open Predictable. And again, I'm selecting this globe here. And I'm going to select Keeble, the Keeble, these are the two Keeble keyboards that I have. So I'm going to select the French one. And so that's the keyboard, yeah, the Keeble keyboard. I hope that answers your question, Philippe. Again, if it doesn't, you can contact me on support. I think it may be because I have the German version. German has more letters and thus the comma. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. Yes, indeed, the German keyboard is different from the English one. But yes, let me know. Yeah, don't hesitate to send me an email if you need more help. I hope this third-party keyboard option will be helpful. I think that answers all your questions. Let me know if it's not the case. I can see all your names. So yeah, I can see that you are, yeah, so some names are familiar. Well, thank you for attending. Again, if you have any more questions, I'm going to display the help email. I have one new question. When is the update rolling out? So we are currently testing the app. We will start releasing the languages that have the smaller user base. So let's say Portuguese will be the first one to get released. I think it's actually getting released today. Then there will be the Finnish version, and so on. The big languages, which are German, Swedish, English. So English will be the last because we have more users on the English version. But yes, we are hoping by the end of next week. I haven't been able to see any help, etc. Lynn, if you want to send me an email to support@therapy-box.co.uk, I will answer you privately so that I can make sure that we get your voice issue fixed. but don't worry, it's fixed. I'm sure we will find a solution. So yes, again, the email it's support@therapy-box.co.uk. Okay, I think this answers all the question. Let me see. I think, yeah, no more question. Okay, well, thank you everyone for attending. Again, I'm here if you have more questions. So, and I hope this this webinar was helpful for you and that you learn new things. And yeah, we keep in touch. Oh, one new question. Thanks, bye. Okay, bye, Lynn. Let me send me an email. Bye, everyone. Thanks for attending.